guys! Today I have a new craft for us. Now if you're like me, you've been seeing a bunch of stuff on Pinterest and thought, I want to do something fun and creative, but it takes 20 items to complete it and you don't have 18 of them. Well, today what I have for you is fun. You can do it with your family, your friends, kids, and it only requires 2 materials: dragon eggs. Now, you've probably seen these. I know I saw them a lot on Pinterest and Etsy, and I was like, well, that's cool, but it's kind of expensive and you weren't really sure. Well, today I'm gonna show you how to do it where it comes out nice. I did it, my first attempt was not so great. And so we're gonna talk about that and the pattern that I discovered, the way to do it to help it look more cohesive. So, of the 2 materials you need, the first one's going to be a styrofoam egg. This is a 3x5. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It's about $4. They also have them at places like Walmart or of course Amazon. I like this one because I think it just best resembles what I'm going for, but they do have other shapes in the styrofoam, and that's the joy of this craft, is you can do different sizes and shapes and for the projects you want to do. And the next thing is thumbtacks. Now, I used 2 different ones, obviously, for my 2 different eggs. There's the gold. I got these off of Amazon. They're the upholstery tack nails. They were $7.99. Came in a pack of 600. And then my silver ones came, just looks like this, and there's a pack of 800 and they were $9.99. Now, I got silver and gold because that's what I wanted. I thought the silver might be nice because I saw a lot of people painting them. And then the gold, I just thought would be really awesome for the egg, and I love it so much. There are, of course, other tacks out there. These I had to get off of Amazon because I couldn't find them at my local Hobby Lobby. They just wanted to have furniture tacks, and they were really big and came in packs of 3, and I did not think that was appropriate for my egg. So I went with the silver and gold. The gold, of course, I just love. This is my complete finished product, which is what I will be showing you today with the gold thumbtacks. But first, it's my silver egg. This was my first one I did, and it's not horrible, but it's not perfect. There's parts where it's coming off in the styrofoam, and it's just not, it's not great. It's not horrible, but it's not great. There's parts where it's raised, and I ran out of tacks at one point, and I think it gives it a unique pattern, but I will probably take it out and redo it at some point. Now the gold, which is the pattern I'm going to show you today. The gold is just cohesive. At the bottom, you just have this really nice wiper that just comes over and eclipses it like a little lotus blossom just folding over. And the way to do that is by starting at the top, which is what I will be showing you today. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your styrofoam egg, and you're going to take your single gold tack and attach it, well, place it right at the top, just right in. Now, if it's not perfectly centered, that's okay. I know, probably readjust that one a little bit. But your goal is just to have it kind of towards that center, and that's what you're gonna anchor to go around in a nice little pattern. Layering them kind of in that little corner right there, just pressing it down, one right over the other. And as you go on, it will be less putting it in the corner and more just kind of expanding that. But so as you can see, there's that little one kind of down in there. And if you want to go a little wider with them, that's fine. I just like this because I don't like to be able to see the white. And so, my other egg's running away. has a life of its own. And just going around and around, like I said, doesn't have to be perfect. You're just using it as your anchor. Using it as your anchor. And so, like I said, this is something that you can do with friends and family. You can, get with your 9-year-olds or your grown friends that just want to do something fun. It's great because you're able to just kind of tune things out, binge watch your new favorite show, or if you've already binge watched all the shows, listening to a nice audiobook, just kind of tuning everything out and just focusing on the egg. It's very nice that way. Just kind of chill, relaxing. And so as I'm going around, I'm just slowly filling in. Oh, this side looks like it needs more. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, you could do it with your friends and family, or if you want, you can just, maybe if you've had too much friends and family, roommates, whoever you're with, just go in your room, shut the door, sit on your bed, put tacks in the egg. I would recommend getting more tacks than you think you'll need. I did this 2 of the 600, so 1,200 gold tacks, and I was able to complete this whole egg and then have some left over for this one. So I think it's nice to just have extra. I ran out with the 800 on the first egg I did, the silver one, and so I would always recommend getting extra. Sometimes they want to fight you. They want to fight you on it. And so it does seem kind of funny because you're like, well, I'm starting at the top so that it will look cohesive from the bottom. But it just adds that nice, as you're putting each one on, they're layered by the other one. And so it makes it look like just this uniform, perfect little scaly shell around your beautiful egg. And it adds a weight to it too when you start getting these tacks on. You'll see that as you start putting stuff on the top. If you let it go, it will roll over, which makes it nice when you're finished because it gives it that kind of extra heft. So it doesn't feel like it's a styrofoam egg. It feels like it would be a dragon egg, which adds to that mystical edge, which is very nice. And these are good because you can use them as props, whether you maybe want to keep them in your room. I know there's stuff like the Game of Thrones stuff that you see at stores to get the eggs. It's like $150 for some of them. And so this is just really nice. You put in some time and effort. You can paint them different colors. I've seen people do it with the sponging technique over the tacks. I really like the gold. I don't think I would change the gold. I could see adding some maybe more to the silver, but I don't know. The gold's really nice. And when you do stuff with the gold, it gives you that thing. Like I said, I love to use design props for birthday parties and stuff. So it's, you can use your imagination, and maybe it's a dragon, you're doing a costume for Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire, and you want it to be a dragon egg, or even if you add something to the top, and maybe it's the mermaid glue. Yeah, just a little bit. Little bit of imagination. And so as you go around, you can see how it's starting to form that already, that little cap. And it's just, like I said, the same thing, just going down all the way around. Hi, you come to help us? We have a little visitor. It's a craft for all ages and all species. It's always fun to craft with a friend. No one wants to be alone forever. We like to share things, don't we? I'm gonna just use up these little Turks here. I like that it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes it's nice to not have to strive for perfection. So you can put them in, or you can do like an angled kind of shift. This egg's been beat up a little bit, so some of these are not going in as nicely as they might with your new egg. He's been taken apart and put together a little bit, as required for demonstration. It's the problem when you're like, oh, I don't need more eggs, I'll just use the same one, it will be fine. Alright, so you can already see, like I said, as that pulls, ha ha ha. Yes, I know, boo. One of my tacks fell out. It's back in now. It's shiny. So shiny. My treasure, my dragon treasure. So you can see how that's going on. So once you're done and your egg looks more like this, ha ha ha, magic, my magical egg. Where are my dragons? They're right here in my hands. Whoa. I have dragon eggs. What do you have? You have nothing. Do you like dragon egg? It doesn't smell funny. So once you're done, you only need these two. However, there is a third material you can use, and that is the Krylon Crystal Clear Acrylic Coat. I got this off of Amazon for just a little over $11. The price fluctuates. And what that does is it helps seal it in. It also gives it a nice look and a little extra texture. She's leaving me now. Goodbye. Goodbye, friend. It really helps those tacks stay in place. As you saw throughout the video, it wanted to fall off a lot. So it helps really hold them into place. It also gives it a little kind of mystical, different look and a little bit of a texture. Now it says on the can to be, gentle, spray it from about a foot away, yada yada. However, I found that it needed multiple coats, and it's okay to be a little heavy-handed. It's not as globbed on as I thought it would be. I don't know if that's just from the nature of the tacks or being outside in the south. It says low humidity, but is that possible this time of year? I did it in the evening, and hashtag I tried. It's the South in June, people. It's the South in June. How is it still spring? There should be a rule. Just like we get daylight savings time, I feel like we should have seasons for different regions of the country. June in the South is summer. It's not spring. Once school's out in May, it's officially summertime. Can we make that a rule? It feels like it should be, doesn't it? So you have your egg, and so don't be afraid to go a little heavy-handed. I've always been accused of being a little heavy-handed when it comes to spraying items of anything. And so I think it makes it look a little extra mystical too. It gives it a nice little, I don't know what you call it, kind of like bronzing effect. It's quite lovely. Makes it look otherworldly, like a dragon egg. So I hope you guys have fun. Experiment, get creative, try other styrofoam shapes, other colors, different tacks. Yeah, have fun. I encourage you to make them for yourself and or friends. You know, drop them off at friends' doorsteps with no further commentary, just random text message. What? Dragon egg appeared at your door mysteriously. That sounds so mystical. Where could it have come from? We've heard of the Easter Bunny, but have you heard of the June Dragon? No, you haven't? No. Okay. Have fun, guys. Bye.